hear her side of the story.
Thank you so much for coming to help me see what my husband has been up to while he's been out of the country on business. It all started when he came home a few weeks ago. We were attending a concert together here in the States, and in the middle of the show, he begins texting someone and tries to hide his phone from me. It wasn't an issue with me because I figured it had something to do with work. But then he called the number in the middle of the concert, and I was upset when he didn't answer his call. For the remainder of his visit in the United States, I paid more attention to when he was on his phone, but was never able to see who he was talking to. Later that week when he left, I had an uneasy feeling as he got into the plane, and that is when I wrote to Cheaters to help me figure out what my husband has been doing besides business while on Lagos.
Interesting. Well, over the next few days, we'll be gathering enough information and proof. And if we find enough, we'll be on our next flight to Lagos. Over the past few days, we've been digging through your husband's social media and phone calls and texts, and we think we found a few pictures of them together. Also, do you know anything about the phrase, C with a D?
Yes, my husband always makes sure to send this at the end of every text message he sends me. It's an inside joke between us, and a very funny one.
Well, it seems that your husband and his lover seem to have the same inside joke between them as well. He makes sure to end every text to this number with that same inside joke. This is as much information as we could find here in the States. So we have booked our next flight to Lagos to go and see what your husband is up to firsthand. We followed her husband's driver here to this spot. It's a restaurant that is very secluded from the rest of the world. It's perfect for a couple that can be seen in public, but not found. Let's go look around for them. Aha! We found them. This is enough evidence to call and conduct an interview with both of them. Will you describe how you met and what the type of relationship you two have is?
Well, we first met when he came to the place that I was working. I met him there, and then he later brought me to his home and he showed me around. We sat outside just watching birds and talking. He loved to go out to dinner, but never to the places that I suggested. Whenever I suggested we go somewhere new, he would say that he would like to, but can't. And he had a favorite spot that was well hidden and not public.
Were you aware that he had a wife and kids?
Yes, I was aware, but he hardly ever talked about them. The only hint I had that he talked to her was because he had 3 different phones and would always delete the text after I sent them to him. He would always carefully slip off his wedding before he even touched me. I guess he thought if he did that, it would be slightly less disrespectful towards his wife. Yes, sometimes. We spent lots of time together talking and laughing. He prided himself on being generous and well-liked. And he would always buy me presents or give me money. I think he did this so that I would be loyal and grateful towards him, but one day I got upset with him because his driver refused to take me all the way to the market. I thought he was trying to hide me because he always took his wife there. When I brought this up, I ended up getting angry and we had got into an argument. I think he would have preferred me to cry rather than to be defiant towards him.
Interesting. What do you think the relationship meant to him?
Sometimes it kind of felt like a game. He would say that he doesn't want to dominate my life like other men or hold me back from moving on. I think he wanted me to be submissive or dependent towards him, but I'm too independent for that, and I could tell it upset him. I think he would like to believe that he was playing me, and I would be like a child, always relying on him.
Are you aware that he was using the joke C with a D to send to his wife as well?
Yes, I looked at his phone and realized that every text to her was signed C with a D. He managed to turn our inside joke into a shared joke with him and his wife, and made it their own.
And what do you think about that?
I think he played me in that when he thinks about his wife and I in his mind, we're just interchangeable. Or he just wants to have the same conversations and jokes with both of us, in case one day he slips up while talking to her. In his mind, he's very self-prided, and to him, women are just supposed to be accessories to men.
Was there anything else that he shared between him and his wife that he also tried to share with you?
Yes. One night he was at a concert and he tried to get me to listen to the same music that he was listening to with his wife. But I didn't answer his call because I didn't want to be secretly listening to the music that they were sharing together. I know it upset him when I didn't answer, but I guess this was just another way I was able to show my independence away from him. No, I don't love him. He didn't understand that it bothered me when he would share certain aspects of his relationship with his wife with me also. He was always expecting me to be submissive and not to talk to the waiter when we would go out to eat. My thoughts and feelings didn't seem to matter to him. Whenever we were in public, he acted differently than when we were in private. He was still his same egotistical self, but he was always more tense whenever we would go out together.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for coming and being so willing to share and do this interview with us. So, tell me, is this your first affair?
No, I've had 2 others before my current lover, but I'm not that kind of man. I know that she will want to settle down soon, and I've made it clear I will not stand in her way of doing that. I'm not like most men, and I don't need to be possessive over her.
Will you describe how you met and what the type of relationship you two have is?
I met her at work one day when I came in to visit her office, and when I saw her, I invited her over one day after work. I liked her because she seemed very in awe that I even paid attention to her, and she seemed excited that I had asked to see her again. She knew I was married and did not seem to mind at the beginning. I bought her gifts and gave her money, because I know that's what women like and that's how you keep them around. She became upset when my driver and waiter at the restaurant we went to never acknowledged her, but I'm not sure why. I gave them specific instructions not to, that so people would not know I was involved with her.
Ah. So, did you have feelings for her?
At the beginning, I enjoyed how quiet and she would do anything I asked her to. She was almost like a child, and I felt like she wanted something more with me, but I was never able to give that to her because I loved my wife and children in the States. And she was just someone I would see whenever I was bored or lonely.
So, do you feel bad for doing this?
No, I feel worse that I got caught, but I don't regret anything I have done.
Well, thank you for coming and doing this interview with us. And there you have it. Another cheater caught in the